Me now, we're back. So as I was saying, salute to my man brother Ray. He came through 3 times with three $5 super chats. He says, in from Memphis, 10 ready to get this roasting started. He said click clack boom and came through with another $5 super chat. So be support to support the channel. But we gotta talk about Donovan Sharpe. He got lucky today. He got lucky. He got his channel terminated. And then I guess he won his appeal and he came back. But we gotta talk about when dudes get their channels terminated. Because when dudes get their channels terminated for whatever reason, oh, I gotta talk about, especially when they're on the monetized platform. Because if I had to be honest with this space in YouTube, in my opinion, there is no way Negroes should be able to come on YouTube, hit a stream button, talk all kind of shit about people, dox people, talk bad about their own race of people, and somehow make 5, 6. And it appears this year we're gonna have some content creators make 7 figures doing it. But when these content creators who get on YouTube talk big, bad, and bold, whenever they get their channel terminated, all of a sudden you could find the humility in these folks. You could see the humbleness when Zaddy, or should I say, shout out to my man ABL, when the white man come through and lay down that law and take away their channels and all the AdSense money and all the super chats money, then they gotta start all the way over from scratch. I haven't seen a Negro so humble. We saw the angry man lose his channel. Then as he's building up, all of a sudden he not cussing no more. He not calling people bitch ass niggas no more. All of that stop when they lose their channel. We just saw Donovan Sharpe last night. And we gonna play some of the clip. We see Donovan Sharpe on Instagram real humble after YouTube take away his channel. You know, he not talking bad about black people, black women, strags, the daggles, all the stuff he talking about. He gets so humble. But we gotta break down the history of your boy Donovan Sharpe. We gotta break down the history. We gotta break down the history because the title of this one, Donovan Sharpe sells out the black manosphere for the white manosphere to get doxxed and flagged by Zaddy. So a couple of years ago, Donovan Sharpe, I guess he wrote for one of these white publications, and they wouldn't pay that Negro no money to write. But you know, he wanted to establish himself as a writer and wanted to use whatever white platform he was on to build up his work. But he wasn't getting paid, but he did it anyway. And then O'Shea Duke Jackson, he created the Negro Manosphere, and black writers were actually able to not only write, not only be able to get paid, but they got paid in advance. And then somehow, I guess Donovan Sharpe, I guess he wanted to use old articles from whatever old publication he was using. He tried to submit those to O'Shea so he could get paid in advance, and they ended up having a fallout, a bunch of other things. You know, I guess the 21 convention or whatever it's called with the white manosphere. Basically, Donovan Sharpe wanted to do business with the white folks, even though those same white folks who he's been doing double back monkey flips for, they won't take him in, they won't accept him as their own, they kind of keep him at a arm's distance. Well, after he had his falling out with O'Shea. You know, he built up his platform. He got up there to 100,000 subscribers, and that's why I played the Drake Forever song, because we actually saw Donovan Sharpe put in some good work. He even worked with a couple of brothers. I think he has a group called the 6 or the 7 or whatever it's called. I really don't watch Donovan Sharpe. He just doesn't make content that I could really, you know, that I'm really into, but I see him from time to time in the distance through Kevin Samuels, Alpha Male Strategies, or whatever good talking point is hot at the moment. He may drop a video that I may watch. So he built himself up 100,000 subscribers, and I thought he was feeling himself, and he tried to reapproach the white manosphere. Hey, I got this amazing platform. Can we do some business? And in that time, I need somebody to put the link of the video. I need somebody to put the link of the video in which the white manosphere doxed Donovan Sharpe. They talked about this girl, said she was post-wall. Basically, all the talking points that Donovan Sharpe spews about BWs in the community. That particular content creator in the white manosphere did a hit piece. So I need somebody to put that hit piece in the section, because I forget the channel. I didn't have enough time to go back and look for it, so I just got in from work. But he got doxxed, and then you know, we see it all too often. We see it all too often in this space. They say it's only in the black community. Well, apparently this happens in white YouTube as well, across multitude of, I guess, sectors in this space. I remember in the auto industry, a particular big YouTuber by Daily Driven Exotics. Well, he's a millionaire white dude. He drives all these expensive cars, but somebody else who's in the same space dropped some documents on him and claimed that he beat up his current wife and was a woman beater. Then the rich millionaire got on TV crying because people were sending these documents to his wife and making fun of him and threatening his family and harassing them. So he got on YouTube driving Lambos and Ferraris, but he crying like a little girl because some dudes doxed him and pulled up his criminal record. Well, in this space, we saw Hardcore Tito. You know, he was big with Obsidian and Angry Man. Then they had a falling out. Next thing you know, he get doxed. And we see it happening quite a time with these different beefs. The next video I will do, I'm gonna break down just about every beef in this space, who got doxxed, what happened, who don't like who, because there's a whole bunch of different crews of people not liking each other. My man Dwayne, he dropped it in for me right there. Let's see if I could pull it up real quick. We gotta wait for that to catch up. Gotta wait for it to catch up. Alright, so my man dropped it real quick for me. Okay. Let's see. Alright, it's taking a while for it to catch up for some reason. So we gonna get back to cooking. But there's all these different beasts that I gotta talk about in this space. But in particular with Donovan Sharpe, we see this dude sell out the black manosphere, go to the white manosphere, get flagged and doxxed, instead of talking shit about the folks who flagged and doxxed him, like he talk about the Negroes and nigga YouTube. When he talk about the white man, oh, he is so polite. So we're going to actually play the video of your boy being so polite. We gotta play the video. We just gotta play it. Let's see if we could pull it up real quick. Because we gotta play the video of Mr. Humble, Mr. Polite himself. Donovan Sharpe, the day, the night he got his channel flagged down. See, what people don't understand. What people don't understand is when you lose your YouTube channel, you lose the money with it. You lose the passive income. You lose the donations. You lose the AdSense. You lose future potential earnings that you would have got from the hundreds of thousands of people that's going to watch your video. And if you're paying bills or meeting certain business obligations with your YouTube channel, and YouTube donations and super chats and AdSense is something that is an income stream for these people, and now they got staff to pay or bills to pay, well, it puts you in a position where financially, if you not budgeting your money for when you do lose the channel, you could find yourself in trouble. But we're gonna watch the humbleness of one Donovan Sharpe right here. Well, let me stop it real quick. Can't hear a damn thing. Okay.
There we go. There we go. All right, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. What's going on, guys? Yuckin'. Boy, I tell you what, man, some of these names, dude. Wow, 54 people watching. I've never had this many people watching me on Instagram Live before. This is funny. I'm just gonna wait for you guys to pile on in here. I see the hearts going on. Yeah, man. Yeah, YouTube axed the nigga. That's what happened. Yeah. I lost my. I think this is my third YouTube channel that I've watched. Yeah. YouTube really did take me down, man. They really did take me down. It is what it is, man. Like, I mean, you know, these things happen. I knew that. We knew that. Yeah. Right. Yeah, YouTube took me down. It happens, but these things happen, man. But Live Love Gibbs said, I've never watched someone live on Instagram. Yeah, I don't do these often. I guess I'm gonna have to start doing these more often. But yeah, man. The last Pharaoh says that's sad. That's not sad, man. This is, guys, look, man. What you guys have to understand, man, is that this is the nature of the beast. You know what I mean? Fortunately, and Cowboy Nation says start your own website. I've got contingency plans. I've got my own website. This is just what happens, man. I mean, I've been prepared for YouTube taking my channel down forever. I think I have 2 or 3 backup channels.
we gotta stop the show right there. We got to stop the show right there. The reason why we gotta stop the show, when these niggas tell you I'm prepared when YouTube takes their channel, they are not prepared. Your boy on Instagram live TV hoping and praying that his followers is going there. They claim they got their own built websites, but you see these same Negroes on YouTube 24/7. I mean, they tried Twitch, they tried D Live, they tried Periscope, they tried going live on Patreon, they tried all these different platforms, Facebook Live, but time and time again, they come back on YouTube because that's where the eyeballs is at, that's where the money is at, and more importantly, that's where the new viewers are going to be, and those new viewers are potential customers. And these dudes, they get on you, they get on these platforms talking about, I'm prepared for them taking my check. No, you're not prepared. You got other social media that you're hoping to funnel your YouTube viewers from. You try to bring them on the Facebook onto YouTube, and you're trying to use it as a funnel. But at the end of the day, if you want to talk to your audience and get the most people watching you, it's not going to happen on Instagram Live TV. It's going to happen on YouTube, Donovan. So you ain't got to front for the Grandmaster Troll, because I know how the game works. I know how the game works. You gonna be on YouTube. I remember when Donovan Sharpe, he got his channel hit a bunch of times. He had all these channels and he just kept getting hit and hit and hit. He made his own website, this, that, and the third. But to this day, we see him nowhere else but on YouTube 24/7. He may stream from other stuff. He may try to do a simulcast, but he need YouTube more than YouTube needs him. But let's get back to this show right here, because that boy is humble. Your boy is humble. Where's all that big boy energy at? Your boy is humble right here. Humble.
I've got 2 or 3 backup channels. I don't think I'm going to activate those just yet. I'm not going to activate those just yet. I think I'm gonna just stream to just gonna do my live streaming through Patreon or through Sharpe Stream, which is only available on Patreon. Live Love Give says, I want to watch the last video. The last video we were just discussing crypto. We were discussing if Ethereum was going to overtake Bitcoin at some point. And I don't know, 10, 12 minutes in, doop, doop. So they axed me. I was in violation of community standards. Listen, man. I mean, I've appealed it. They said that they told me why they axed me, and the reasons they gave that they axed me. I think YouTube is fair-minded enough, because what this was sort of an automatic response, right? The email I got was not specific. It's just and trust me, I've gotten this email now. This is the 3rd time I've gotten this takedown email. They all say the same things. You're in violation of blah 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 blah. I appealed it, which means that and it's God, the video is not even that long. It'll take them. They said they'll get back with me in 2 days. If they do, they do. They don't, they don't. Yeah. I think that if YouTube is fair-minded, and YouTube's been fair with me. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and YouTube's been good to me, man. I'm not gonna lie. But listen, man, you can't put all your eggs in one basket, man. Kevin Samuels always likes to say. He always likes to say, man, you have to be platform agnostic. Aerobed11 says you'll most likely get my channel back. Listen, man, at this point, it's a reasonable expectation to maybe believe that it's more likely than not that I probably will get my channel back, but I don't think I will. This is just how it is. A lot of people are saying the BP flagged me. Listen, I'm not going to speculate on what anybody did. I'm not going to speculate on anything I can't prove. If that's what happened, then that's what happened. It is what it is. We'll see what happened. But no, guys, listen. This isn't heartbreaking. This isn't. This doesn't. Now I'll tell you this. This doesn't change anything. This absolutely does not change anything. The Conference of Masculine Excellence is 100% going forward. Dude, it's already funded. Like, it's already paid for. So it's gonna happen. I put down my deposit. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So, it's happening. So, listen, get your tickets. Come, masculineexcellence.com. Tickets go on sale, April 9th. So that's a week from, that's in less than a week. So the CME goes on, the podcast goes on. As you guys can see, I've got my mobile studio set up. And so, give me a second. Yeah, BMP 1776, I did see your last super chat. Unfortunately, if your channel gets taken down by YouTube, you forfeit all present and future earnings. So, and yes, there is a backup channel. There is a backup channel. I'm not going to activate it quite yet. I'm going to wait for this stuff to die down. But, now MLD is texting me. I guess MLD is getting the news. He's just now getting the news. Yeah, this is some BS. I'll put it to you guys this way.
Tell us who got you. Who got you? All we want to know is how they get you, Donovan. I mean, you up here, you trying to put on this nice, cute face, or you trying to be upbeat, and you want to talk about the convention that you have is still going on. It's funny. I mean, you doing your best, but the people gotta know what the hell is going on, Donovan. I mean, you're not saying much. I mean, you over here, I lost my channel. It happens, I'm prepared, we're still going to have a convention, This is just what happens, we were talking about Bitcoin, we're talking about Ethereum, We're talking about how Ethereum is going to pass Bitcoin, and 12 minutes in, we got hit, and, I gotta know this from YouTube. The fine folks at YouTube, they've been real fair. They've been real fair to me. I mean, YouTube been really good to me, even though they sent me this notice about 5 times telling me my channel is terminated. They've been real fair. But we're going to keep moving forward. We're going to keep our heads up. We're going to do the best we can. I mean, this right here is not going to stop nothing. The only thing we lost is, we lost present earnings and we lost our future earnings, and we got hit at the end of the month. So since we got hit at the end of the month, maybe we lost all of March earnings. Who knows? But we lost some of April's earnings. We got to start over. But we're going to stay strong. We got our heads up, and we're going to move forward.
YouTube had nothing to do with taking my channel down. Yes, YouTube took down my channel, but they are not responsible. Guys, listen. YouTube's not responsible for this. They're not. I have a pretty good idea.
If YouTube's not responsible, Dom, you gotta tell us who is. If YouTube isn't responsible, who is?
I have a pretty good idea. He says, wait, what happened to his $15? YouTube got it, man. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I have a pretty good idea about what happened. But YouTube is not responsible for this. This is not social justice warrior stuff. This is not woke stuff. This isn't feminists. It was absolutely 100% not feminists, because feminists don't watch crypto shows, right? So yeah, it's like I said, I'm not gonna. Nope. Ripsun 718 says too many bitter females. No, I'm trying to tell you. Marge.
Who done it, Donovan? We need a name. Who flagged your channel down? The people want a motherfucking name. That's all we want is a name. Can we get a name, nigga?
Jar 78 probably has it right. Chike Jordan probably has it right. You guys know, listen, man, anyone who's been paying attention over the last couple of weeks know exactly what caused this. My crypto show, it is the lowest rated show that I do. I had 200 people watching, if that at all. YouTube is not going to pay attention, and YouTube's bots, they've got bigger fish to fry than my little 110,000 subscriber channel talking about crypto that only 200 people happen to be watching on a Saturday night. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. Listen, if you guys are thinking you might know what it was, I'm going to tell you that you are probably right. You guys are probably...
You see, this is the problem, right? This is the problem right here. This is the problem right here. Your boy got hit in the wee hours of the night, and he is so terrified, so frightened, he can't even say the name of the motherfuckers who flagged his channel down. That's how dangerous them white boys are over there. He can't even say their name. Over here in the black manosphere, if you think somebody flagged your channel down, you got no problem saying their name. We watch Angry Man for 3 years plus scream at the top of the mountain that O'Shea flagged his channel down. When Taz get flagged down, he shout Mr. Fantastic and all the people he got beef, he shout their names out. These are the Negroes who keep fucking with me. But Donovan Sharpe get up there when he got beef with O'Shea. No, he could show back chat receipts, this, that, and the third. But when the white man laid down that law, when Zaddy got him by the balls, as Sparks Penny says it, thanks for the $5 cash app, Sparks Penny. They can't even say Zaddy's name. That's the power and the might they got over there in the white manosphere. Over here in the B manosphere, they'll dox hardcore Tito. They put his criminal record out there. They'll dox whoever. They show they will talk about Obsidian's girlfriend. They will talk about how short Obsidian's, what kind of house and apartment he lives in. They will talk cash shit about the brothers. They get in the beef with feminist women. They put the women all in the thumbnail. They'll play their videos, this, that, and the third. Talk cash trash about the women when they do their critiques or exposés or whatever. But when it comes to Zaddy flagging down their channel, who flags your channel? Man, I have no idea. I have no idea. And somebody say, was it Bob? Did Bob flag your channel? I have no idea who flagged my channel. It could have been Bob, it probably was Bob, but I'm not going to speculate, I have no idea, I'm going to keep my head up. Because it's not YouTube's fault, it's not YouTube's fault, Things happen. I was always prepared for this, I got this platform. I'm on Instagram TV. I'm in my mobile studio right now. And we're over here. We still have this convention coming up. The convention's funded, and we got our heads up, and we're going to keep moving forward. We're not going to worry about people who are trying to flag us down. The train's not going to stop. We're just going to keep going, But that's how White Zaddy got these Negroes out. They got them terrified. The big bad Donovan Sharpe. Big Mike says they called Solo TV a house Negro. No, they couldn't have done that. They couldn't have done that, Big Mike. There's no way. There's no way Solo TV would have stood for that. They called Donovan. Oh no, they didn't call Donovan that, and Donovan's still trying to do business with him. No, that can't. I know Donovan not going out like that. He can't go out like that. Now he over here. That's right. This is the mobile studio. No, he's got this green screen, but he can't use his green screen because the green screen's for YouTube. But he don't have a YouTube channel at the moment. But that's okay because our heads are up. You know, we've always been prepared for this. No, we have backup channels that haven't been activated yet, you know. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to activate those channels, you know. We're going to start all over, you know. And if I build it once, you know, I could go ahead and build it again, you know, because I'm the great Donovan Sharpe. I'm the great Donovan Sharpe. Explain to us what's going on, Donovan.
You're right. Your suspicions are probably probably true. I will tell you guys this. This doesn't hurt the bottom line at all. I made very little money on YouTube relative to my total income. So Road Diggity says, where will I be uploading the CME? More than likely onto Patreon. The Breakthrough Kid says they don't want men to come together. This has nothing to do with guys. I'm trying to tell you. If you're just now joining the chat. Baptiste Nolan, guys, it's not what you think. Jared Priest in the chat nails it. There it is. Disciple 2 for actual asks a question. I'm not going to say why. People in the chat, if you see Disciple 4 to actual's question, answer it for him. Right. This had nothing to do with, let's see, George DS72. The answer to your question, you probably know the answer. Eflani says, am I going to have the 6 on Sundays? 1,000%. 1,000%. I don't know whose channel we're going to do it on. It'll more than likely be on the Fresh and Fit channel. So the 6 will absolutely positively go on. Listen, the 6 is going to air tomorrow. Same bat time, different bat channel. Weights and Dates is still going to go on. I'm still going to do my daily podcast. This is a minor setback. Just to let you guys know, listen, the train stays on the tracks, man. Dude, you guys have to understand this, man. I've lost now 3 YouTube channels. I've lost a SoundCloud account. I've lost 2 Facebook accounts. I've lost 2 Twitter accounts. Twitter banned me before. I've lost 2 Vimeo accounts. What else have I lost? What else have I been banned on? Oh, I was banned on Teachable. I was banned on a platform where I was selling products and making Teachable. I made Teachable a boatload of money. Somebody flagged me and they took me down. So
we got Donovan Sharpe getting ran off all these platforms, and he has no idea why, but he gonna keep getting on platforms just to get flagged down. As Sicklet says, the white man can't be reasoned with, can't be bargained with, and will not stop until you are 6 feet under. This is where we at right now. We got Donovan Sharpe is under attack off Twitter, twice Facebook, SoundCloud, Vimeo, YouTube, all these different platforms, and he can't even say the name of the people. You got people in the messages saying who it was. And all he could say is it was probably. He can't even say the names of the people who are flagging him for fear of retribution. This is one of the most craziest things I ever saw. Now, he did get his channel back. He saw how he got hit. And he got hit pretty hard. I mean, because when you grow your YouTube to 100,000, you pull in 1,000+ viewers a live stream, you making thousands of dollars a night via donations, and then you get your AdSense money. You know, that passive income. I know. It's some good money. It's some good money, as that Negro Pookie Jenkins supporting on the PayPal. Salute to that brother. I appreciate it. But dudes are getting hit and they can't even say the names of the people who's getting at him. It's like they're the mafia. He got the mafia on me. He can't even say the names of the people. He gotta hide it, and he gotta hide it on the Instagram live TV stream in the live chat. This is how bad it's gotten for Donovan Sharpe. They done talk trash about his girl. They done talk trash about him. They done doxed him. They did all this goofy stuff. And he can't even say their name. I need somebody to write. I need somebody to tell me in the chat who are the people that flag Donovan Sharpe down, because I have no idea, and I would love to do my research on these people. I would love to, but when you can't even say their names, Donovan, the brothers can't help you if they wanted to.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you guys know what this was. And the thing is this, man. Like, hang on a second. The thing is this, man. It's and I said this before. Even when I lost my first YouTube channel, I remember mentioning a long time ago. Man, listen, man. We can bitch and complain about YouTube's this and YouTube's that all we want to. Listen, it's just like being with the wrong woman. If your woman cheats on you and you stay with her, that's on you. Like, you already know what it is. If you decide to stay with her and she burns you again, she's already told you what it was. She's told you, I want to take a break, and you stay with her. You already know what that is. That's just how it is. I was never bitter about losing my first YouTube channels, because I understood what the community guidelines were. And get this. According to the community guidelines, I deserve to lose those 2 YouTube channels. Listen, as and I know you guys are thinking, what the? Listen, according to the community guidelines, you can't use abusive language and this and that. Listen, I used abusive language and I paid the price. So I built another channel from the ground up, and so that's what happened. That's what happened. I wasn't upset when I lost my YouTube channel. I decided, dude, I started up Patreon. I think I was on Crowdcast for a little while, and eventually built up my other channel. So that's.
Oh, they took my man Donovan. They got my boy Donovan out here. They got him out here. He's looking afraid. He's looking scared. You know, he's trying to keep his head up. But I see a dude that looks frightened, so I'm gonna drop the link because I do want to play the video as Rollo comes through with a $5.43 super chat. He says it goes to show how when them boys came after him, he toned down. Solo TV 84 cried to those boys who G-check men yet have a problem when to be called out. GMT. Okay. But isn't that something? And Information Man says it was Studio 21 that did it. It was Studio 21. Hold on. Studio 21. Now, since I remember the name, I could probably find it real quick. Studio 21. That was the name of it. Let's see. Type that in one time. Okay, we found the video. We've got Studio 21. Or now, since I find the video, we gotta talk about how cold. We gotta talk about how cold the white man is. We gotta talk about it, right? Because what they do when they upload their stuff, they even put timestamps of the stuff that's in the video. So they talked about. They gave an intro, context, purpose, and they say where they call him a beta male simp. They found the secret family. I mean, the work that they gave in this video. the work that they gave in this video right there, and they even put the disclaimers out there, so it makes it much harder to flag, because they put this man's whole info out there, and Donovan Sharpe, he couldn't do nothing about it. He had to stand there and just take it. That's how cold these people are. That's how cold they are. Let's see, where do I want to start this at right here? The secret family, where do I want to start this at right here? An hour and 19 seconds.
Marriage and has every intention of spending the rest of his life with this woman, Donovan Sharpe. Here's a picture of them, for example. These are publicly available off their social media and things. Donovan has been posting pictures of her all over his YouTube, pictures of her ass and stuff all over his public Instagram, even his Twitter and stuff, all kinds of stuff, right? These are publicly available. Well, his Twitter got suspended, but it's still available on his Instagram and YouTube community posts and all that. So he's been secretly married to this woman and lying about it for years at this point, almost 2 years come July. So let's show a little clip here too of what exactly I mean by lying. This is a video recently filmed in Miami, Florida, filmed a few weeks ago, where he explicitly publicly lies about this and mocks it, trying to evade it.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes. Listen, I have a confession to make. Yes. I am secretly married to Devin.
There you go.
Unbelievable.
Let's watch.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Donovan. Wait a minute, because I'm brand new to the video. I saw other people make videos about Donovan Sharpe getting doxxed, but you meaning to tell me Donovan Sharpe, a Negro who gets on YouTube and says men shouldn't get married because there's no advantages to being married, because you put all your stuff together, you shouldn't be in a state-sanctioned marriage? Or is the white man trying to tell me that Donovan Sharpe, while telling brothers not to get married, he got married himself? Is that what your boy Donovan is doing? Is this what your boy Donovan is doing? Oh my.
Watch that one more time just so it really sinks in. What you're seeing, what you're witnessing, even how uncomfortable it is and cringeworthy. Give it a watch one more time here.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes. Listen, I have a confession to make. Yes. I am secretly married to Devin.
There you go.
Unbelievable.
So what Donovan is doing is denying through, in the comments that on that video get roasted, they roast him. He's basically, through comedy and humor, he's trying to brush off the accusations that he is secretly married to this woman, which was first exposed by MGTOW Dictionary several months ago. They have entire videos, multiple, not just one here. We see the married dating coaches, but several, and they've exposed Donovan for many months now that he is secretly married to the woman that you guys know as Donovan Sharpe. As we're showing here, they even have a video trailer. That's where the screenshot's from, is still, where she's in a video trailer, right? She's a public figure, part of the show, a moderator, actually. So it was first exposed by them, but more recently and more credibly by me, as someone who's known Donovan for several years, has met him and his wife in real life at the 21 convention, as we've discussed at length here at the in the show, in the video. So I came out more recently and finally confirmed this for the MGTOW guys who have been citing this for several months now. Here's my take on it recently on Tony Bruno's channel. You can see for yourself how it goes. Like, if Donovan should own up to his mistakes and lose a lot of money for it. For example, Donovan Sharpe got secretly married to his girlfriend back in 2019. A lot of people don't like that, don't want to hear that, but that's what happened. He even had a 1-year anniversary in Florida back last year in 2020, but people don't know about this. But then Donovan goes anti-marriage on his channel all day long, right? If his audience knew that, he'd lose a lot of money. So he lies about it consistently, over and over and over again, just like Rollo. These are the ways these guys get defrauded in ways they don't realize. So this is a big problem.
Oh my god. Let's fast forward to this part right here where they talked about his girl. boy out here in fake marriages or secretly married.
Into that though, how it's going to get serious and what's going to exactly happen here, how savage it's going to get. I want to remind any YouTube employees or contractors watching this video right now that the individual I'm discussing is evading several channel terminations on YouTube, which of course is grounds for having a channel instantly terminated once again. As evidence of that, you can actually check out this clip right here where he admits to it recently on YouTube.
And guys, and this is funny, when I lost my first of 2 YouTube channels, guys were telling me, go to BitChute, go to here, go to there.
So that's Donovan Sharpe, for any YouTube employees watching this right now. Here's his current channel. He has all these subscribers, all these views, and the channels that he lost are found in the description of this video, including here, where he was banned for prohibiting or severely violating hate speech. And on this channel for severely violating policies against spam, deception, practices, misleading content, etc. So if you're working for YouTube and watching this video, I encourage you to check that out. Have a good time. Be an easy ban, notch on your belt. Congratulations. Now, back to the task at hand of exposing the truth about Donovan Sharpe.
Oh, we gotta stop the show. So you mean your boy Donovan Sharpe gets his channel terminated for spam and misleading information, but then he tells you guys the boogeyman, the white man is after him. It was probably the 21 Studios guy, even though he's getting banned for other reasons. Okay, Donovan. Okay, Donovan. I see what you're trying to do. Because if you got your audience and they think you're under attack by the white man, well, they'll arm up and they'll try to help you out and they'll donate to you. I see how the hustle work, Donovan. I see how the hustle work.
First and foremost, I mentioned defamation, and I'm welcoming Donovan Sharpe to sue me for the allegations and the what's being exposed in this video. I encourage him to do that. If anything I'm saying is false, I know for a fact that everything I'm saying is basically true. I have direct evidence of that. I've heard it from Donovan's own mouth, or I know it to be true as a matter of physical fact in real life, and we're going to look into that here as well. But for those of you who are not familiar with defamation law and what defamation is, I'm going to read off some very basic things to you from a law firm. You can look up this concept yourself in legal philosophy. It's not that complicated, defamation lawsuits. So defamation, first and foremost, let's read it here. Defamation of character occurs when a person makes a published false and harmful statement about someone. Defamation takes 2 forms: slander, oral defamation, and libel, written defamation. There are a number of important defenses in a defamation lawsuit.
Oh, I'm not going to read defamation lawsuit. Let me check out the chat room. Big J Triple X, $5 super chat says President Johnson is giving out airstrikes with the cool. I mean, your boy right there, he's smooth with it. He calm. He not cussing. He not using none of the trigger words. So it's going to be pretty difficult to flag it down. And Rollo says, told you, GMT, this is on my show last week. Yet Big J Triple X, I thought I'm a conspiracy for being wrong. Right box. Man, okay. So it appears, let's move on to the wall is undefeated. I want to hear about the girl.
And brutal than the previous one. Before we get into this current segment, I want to remind any YouTube employees or YouTube contractors reviewing this video after it was falsely or potentially maliciously reported with abuse, bots, lies, bullshit, whatever. I want you to remember very clearly that the subject in question, Donovan Sharpe, who we're exposing here for being a fraud, has been repeatedly evading channel terminations on YouTube, which are grounds, of course, for instant channel termination once again. Just a quick look at his confession over that issue.
And guys, and this is funny, when I lost my first of 2 YouTube channels, guys were telling me, go to BitChute, go to here, go to there.
So there you have it. That's Donovan Sharpe admitting that 2 prior YouTube channels
See
were
if we
deleted
can
by YouTube.
fast forward
The
a
nature
little
of his
bit.
relationship with this said woman. He's been lying about her physical age, egregiously, repeatedly, compulsively, pathologically, to sell products and courses deceptively through false advertising, such as Womanese volume, whatever the fuck. There's like 10 volumes of this shit or something at this point, 100 at this point, for all we know. And all sorts of false, fake bullshit he's been engaging in. But very specifically in this video, we're going to be looking at her appearance. Now, Donovan lately, since he was exposed by the MGTOW Dictionary channel, he has been on a posting spree, posting nonstop pictures of their lewd, of her face and her ass and all these things. That's on his public Instagram, publicly available for everyone to go see. This is on a YouTube community tab. It's a little bit more tame. Heavy makeup in some of these photos, angles, back shots, all these very interesting things. His Twitter account before it got banned, more lewd shots. This is actually one we'll look at in a little bit here. What I want you guys to notice is that in none of these photos is there a single clear shot of her body at any point. None. Not one. If you go through his entire social media accounts on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever the fuck, you will never find a single shot that is a clear, straight up shot of her in a bikini or whatever, exposing what her body actually looks like. It's always this bullshit of collages, small pictures. There's even food hiding some of her body in some of these for whatever fucking reason it was photoshopped in. It's always at special angles. Donovan's always in the shot covering up a lot of her body. It's goofy faces, heavy makeup in some of these. All the shit that Donovan, by the way, bitches about, of course, on his channel. And, you know, I'm not even disagreeing with that in some cases. Women go on social media accounts. They use Photoshop, extremely heavy makeup, special apps on their phone. They take a million photos at different angles to, you know, pick the best one out of 150 photos. So it's all very clever, basically deceptive marketing that they do in the dating marketplace today. And we have a right as men to complain about that and say, hey, that's not okay. I don't like that. That's bullshit. And if you see fraud and then say fraud, of course, you are a fraud. Nicholas Nasom Taleb. So again, this is what Donovan's pretending this woman looks like, kind of like her age. He's lying about her age, as I discussed and proved. He's lying about the nature of his relationship with this woman. He got married to her and pretended to have his best friend do it or some shit. He even, of course, asked George Bruno, once again, to marry him. The man that we see right here, George Bruno on the right. So it's all bullshit. But let's now look, let's have MGTOW Dictionary comment on what Donovan's wife looks like. The real, and we're going to see actually real photos of what she actually looks like in real life. Donovan will attempt to report this video and get it taken down, and it's bullshit. This woman is a public figure, as we've discussed. She is his business manager. She's all over the place. All these things, right, that we went over in the video. Scroll back and you'll see it. Or click the link to the main video if this is a segment you're watching later, clipped on our channel or somewhere else. Let's have MGTOW Dictionary provide some commentary on this. And let's see what his wife actually looks like.
The lies of dating coaches.
Let's bring Devin into the conversation. Devin
Yeah, let's bring Devin in.
is a 7.
Really?
She's a 7. A lot.
Okay. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. This might be Devin's sister, but it ain't the woman that's cleaning his shop. Let's look at this. Bang, right there. You think that's...
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. I'm at a loss for words right now. Hold on. Somebody came up on. Hold on. Let's see. Let me add myself to the stream. We got somebody on the show. We got my man Information Man making his first appearance. Welcome to the show, Information Man.
What's up, man?
What's up? As Borgen sends in a $2 super chat, says Borgen Freeman believes this is the real 21 Savage. Information Man, you gotta tell me what's going on. What's on your mind?
Yeah, you know, I don't normally do this kind of stuff, man, but I thought I had to come up here tonight because I had a chance to watch that whole video. The first time I heard about this, I know Reg had mentioned on his program, or he did a video saying that he couldn't find Donovan Sharpe's channel. So then I started digging around and I found this particular guy who's a part of this thing called 21 Studios. That's that big convention that they have every year with these people that are into the whole MGTOW movement. And he has 2 videos. And basically this is what it comes down to in a nutshell. Donovan Sharpe was rocking with the black manosphere. And then when he thought he had sunnier passages on the white side, this is how I know for some of y'all Negroes out here who don't believe that white supremacy and all this stuff exists. Yes, it does. The white manosphere don't give a damn about us black folks, even though we using terms that that they've been using that come from them. We're using their talking points. We're using all their kind of bullshit. I'm telling you, it's a waste of time because he was rocking with the black manosphere. Then he runs over to the white manosphere, and they basically threw him under the bus. From what I gathered, GMT, the reason why he became a pariah within their community, because that guy that you're listening to is well connected with the Tony Brunos of all these guys, all these top guys within their manosphere area, a white sphere, whatever you want to call it. They said that Donovan Sharpe was starting trouble with other top known white manosphere members, particularly this channel in particular called, I think it's MGTOW Dictionary. There's a channel called MGTOW Dictionary, huge channel. And he started some type of rumor with them. So whenever he would go on his diatribe, he would be talking about all these other white MGTOW manosphere individuals, and he would be talking about them in his messaging, and they got sick of it because they were like, man, this guy is calling us out for the things that he's doing. So the whole issue around him being married, this guy is saying that, we're not saying, he shows the proof that Donovan talks about how you shouldn't get married. You should have a private marriage without having the government involved. And what he's exposing is that the man actually did get married to a woman legally when he said that he didn't believe in that. So his issue is that Donovan is spousing out stuff that's not true, that's not real. He's not living up to what he is selling to his public. Now, he says it's dangerous because he's got a large following and they're believing what he's saying, and he's making up stuff simply to sell whatever his products. So they got a serious problem with him in terms of his credibility, GMT. If you look at that video further, what he does, these white boys know how to play the YouTube game. We could take a goddamn lesson from it. Is that they, like you said, they timestamp. They use a lot of legal jargon, like what you heard on there, to make sure that they're protected under YouTube. They have slick ways to be able to expose the person indirectly without making it look like they're doing slander, because they always back it up with their documentation and so on and so forth. So in that video, it looks like a large number of these white manosphere cats pretty much united together. And Studio 21 was the main catalyst of this, because this guy is well known within their system to get Donovan out of the space, or to at least take away his channel, because it's rumored within their little sphere that Donovan had knocked off other channels, that he was doing stuff behind the scenes that got other people's channels either striked or knocked down. So it's almost like a case of what goes around comes around, and it came around this time and got his channel knocked down. So basically, he came into the white manosphere space. He left the black manosphere space, run over there for higher pastures, thinking that that was going to put him up on a high pedestal. He caused problems over there, according to what they're saying, okay? And it bit him in the ass, and they got rid of him. They said, you know what? If he didn't know he was black, he knows he's black now. They basically said, we got to get rid of this Negro, because this Negro's coming to our space as a guest. Because, you know, when you come into white people's space, believe me, you're only a damn guest. You might get comfortable and think that you have arrived as a Negro. No, you're in their space, and at any given time they want to get rid of you, they bump your ass out. They got the connections to get your ass out. So he got comfortable, start dueling with these guys, and they said, you got to go. So the question is, did the black manosphere treat him with such disrespect when he jumped away from the black manosphere over to this sphere? And now look what they do. They exposed him. They're talking about his woman. They're saying that he's not with a top 10 woman, right? He brags a lot about how he gets the pussy, he gets this and that, and they're showing pictures in that video that you got. They're showing pictures of his girl, exposing her as not being a perfect 9 or 10, not having a good body, just being a regular chick. They also expose him for lying and saying that his woman is only like in her late 30s, when in fact, according to this dude, in his documentation, she's 45 years old. So they're pretty much coming at him for not being credible about his lifestyle and all the things that he's telling the dummies that listen to him and follow his lessons, that he's not credible. And so basically they're exposing him. And this is a guy, the guy that's talking, Donovan was going to their convention, their 21 convention, whatever they call it. He was going to their convention every year. He's got pictures with Donovan. He's known him personally. He's seen his wife personally. So the white boy is not talking from, he's guessing. He's talking from the fact that he's been around him and he's a big part of this, that their environment. And on the video, he shows the pictures. He shows the receipts to prove it, that it ain't just him talking about a dude that he's never been around and has no connections to. Mm-hmm. So basically, this is what you have in a nutshell. But I always believe what goes around comes around, because he jumped from the black manosphere because I guess the black man's ice wasn't cold enough. He ran to the white man's ice, feeling that that was colder. And then when he got a little comfortable, not realizing that you're still a guest, Negro, they said, you know what? We got to get this Negro out of here. And that's pretty much happened. And he's right. Donovan's had a lot of channels knocked down. And then check this out. On that video, I went over to the, the Mid-Tile Dictionary channel. Mm-hmm. All throughout that little space over there, they're talking about the dude. So it ain't just this dude. There's like multiple other members of this space, of that space over there, that are basically were tired of him. And to me, it's just basically the white folks got tired of you, and they said the Negroes got to go. Let's get our next Negro mascot that we can deal with, because this mascot has gotten way out of control. Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like to me, looking at the videos. I was analyzing the videos, assessing what they're talking about. And it ain't me making this up. These white boys are saying this because it's all over their platforms. And this is my thing. This is why we as black people on these spaces, we really need to respect each other better. We need to have better we need to be on code and work together, because these white boys work together. That's why he got his channel knocked, because they came together in unison and said, damn, whatever their differences are, we got to get rid of this Negro. Now, why can't black folks on these platforms, why can't we show the same unity and rally around each other the same way? Because that's why he's gone. It wasn't just 21 Studios. That was the main catalyst, but it was the collective of their movement over there. You see what I'm saying, GMT?
Mm-hmm. But I gotta ask you this question, because I saw that O'Shea and Donovan fell out over participation of the 21 convention. What is it about the 21 convention that content creators who aren't officially in the white manosphere, what benefit do they see from participating in it as opposed to starting their own convention?
Well, from what I could see, this guy, the video that you have there, I was trying to put that in your chat room. From what I can see, from what I've observed and looked at in his videos, that convention is a huge convention. Let's just be honest. It's another way to maximize your income, because now you got more eyes on you, right? Mm-hmm. Now you can sell your wares. What they do there, like any convention, is that they give speeches, they put on seminars. So it's basically a way to continue to sell yourself, to sell your brand, mm-hmm. and to promote your brand. It's like a brotherhood, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like one hand shakes the other. You coming over here, you're showing us your wares. We're learning, we're connecting. It's basically networking at the end of the day, which can also help grow your channel and once again grow your brand and branch yourself out further and give you further legitimacy. Because I think from what I can see, and I've heard about this convention for a while, that from what I can see, from what I've seen on the videos, is that it's like the top notch of the quote unquote white manosphere members, like the top notch, right? It's all their top notch guys, mm-hmm. all coming together and converging in one place, which means what? Let's just keep it real. Ching, 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 ching. Money, baby. Mm-hmm. Economics.
Yeah, but if you're a white guy and you're fans of the upper elites, why would those people buy products from Donovan Sharpe when they could just buy it from their favorite creator?
Well, like I said, to me, I gotta preference myself. To me, watching what this dude had on his channel and him explaining that convention and whatever they do there, it just looks to me like a place where you promote who you are, promote your wares, promote yourself, and get more following. And then maybe people, I mean, I'm pretty sure these guys are selling all different things, so they all are within that sphere, they're all supporting each other's channels, right? And so, from what I understand, there's a guy named I think he goes by the name of Tony Bruno. He's an older white man with a beard. He kind of gives these.
Is Tony Bruno the old sportscaster?
No. Let me correct.
Tony Bruno.
Let me correct myself. There's a guy named Bruno something. He's an older white man. He always gets up in the morning and he has coffee and he's talking about manhood. He gives you all these kind of like wisdom points. He's a part of that movement. And from what I understand, Donovan got very close with him. Matter of fact, that guy talks about in the video how he wanted that Bruno to marry him, do a marriage ceremony for him and his wife. So from what I gathered, it's just a way for these guys to come together as one to strengthen their brands, and they support each other heavily. Now, what I gather from it is that, once again, these white boys are on code with each other. So they come together, they promote one another, they're helping one another, and when somebody gets out of line, they converge together to get rid of your ass. I said what I said, that black folks within YouTube, we need to learn from something like this, because we keep fighting each other, and then we wonder why our channels get knocked down, why we're not seeing the growth that we should be having, that this particular groups are having, because they figure out the formula of unity, and then when someone gets out of line, that's affecting the bottom line, which is the money, which is the reputation of their space, they get rid of them. Instead of us bringing people in that's raggedy, we should be getting rid of raggedy and enhancing the space, because that's why they're having the success that they're having in that particular space. So what I'm saying in a nutshell, when Donovan did whatever he did, whether it be going back and forth with other people, they got tired of it. They came together and said, we've got to get this guy out of here. And I think that's why his channel got knocked like it did. And of course, he said himself that he's had people knock his channel down before. He shows in that video several clips of Donovan talking on other shows or talking on his show, where he's talking about these other members of that sphere, and he's saying, okay, we know who you're talking about. You're talking about such and such, such and such. So he's making his parable speeches, but he's doing it in a way where he's kind of talking about other people within that sphere, and I think they got sick of it, basically.
Okay,
so that's what I gathered from looking at the whole video, because I was just curious about it, right? And I said, and to me, being a black man, I look at it from this perspective, like, wow, black man goes into this particular space. He thought the white man's ice was colder, and it went backwards on him. And it's a lesson that can be learned for any of us when we think that we're too good for our own people in some cases.
Now, I will say about Donovan, he does has the 6, and the guys on there are predominant black, and they have large platforms as well. You see them work together, and now he has, I guess, a convention with the brothers as opposed to dealing with the other sphere. What's your thoughts about that?
But ask yourself this: why for prior to, I know who you're talking about because I have their channel on my radar too. Prior to that, what you're talking about, when he used to come on O'Shea's channel a lot, then something happened and he broke away and went over to the white manosphere, whatever we want to call it. And when he went over there, we didn't hear anything from him. You didn't see him on Black This and Black That. I think this is just my opinion. I think maybe the reason why you're starting to see him with the brothers over there because he probably already knew that the bridges were already, this is just my opinion, that maybe the bridges were burning on the other side. And he saw the timber coming down and he said, you know what? I got to make this move. It's just like this. And we see this all the time, GMT. A black person, you know, whether it be Stacey Dash or somebody, a black person shits on us. Then they go over to the white side. They get shitted on over there like a Stacey Dash. And then when things don't go right, they want to come back to the black community and say, hey, can I have my black card back? Can I be a part of this side of the tree now? When they thought things were better on the other side. So maybe it's not a coincidence that all of a sudden you're seeing him with some brothers now and all that kind of stuff, because maybe he saw that the writing was on the wall over there. Mm-hmm. That's a possibility, because prior to that, you didn't see Donovan rocking on the black side and after he disengaged from Brother O'Shea. You didn't see a lot of that. You saw him over there with the white boys. Then all of a sudden, he come creeping on back over to the black side of things. I don't think personally, I don't think it's a coincidence, but hey, what do I know? What do I know? We've seen this played out before. Mm-hmm.
So we got a $2 super chat from Eric Burr. He says GMT, the info man. He's got the blackfish, fire, and popcorn. Okay, information, man. It was great having you on the show.
As you know, I've already done enough doxing for the night. It ain't really my style, but I had to get on this because this is what I had to get on this one, because this is a lesson for all Negroes on YouTube. When you think that the white man's ice is colder than the black man's ice, this is a lesson for you, that when they get tired of you, they may throw your ass back out, and now you got to come crawling back to the black church.
Noel, I wanted GMT was up. I wanted to talk to information man.
Oh, okay.
No,
I'll stay up. I'll stay up then.
Yeah. Because since you are going off, since you are coming off quickly, I'll just keep it concise. Now, you think with what you just explained, just now, do you think that they would Anthony Johnson and they would treat Alan Roger Curry and Steve the Dean like that? You think they would treat Alan Roger Curry and Steve the Dean like that?
Well,
like how they treated Donovan Sharpe?
Let me say this. I don't think that my man Roger Allen Curry, and I got a lot of respect for him, I don't think that he has a reputation of going around trying to dox and cause problems. If he had that reputation, you would already be hearing that in the rumbling. So I think it's the way one conducts himself, and then I think it's the respect that they may have or one has for another content creator. I'm just saying, it ain't me saying this. If you go and you look at these white Manosphere sites, which I had a chance to look at, they're talking about Donovan because they're saying that Donovan has been creating a lot of rumbles, a lot of shit within their sphere. But you don't hear about the Steve the Dean. You're not hearing, even in that video. Oh, wait a minute, GMT, this is important. In that video that I sent you, there's a segment where Steve the Dean is on a panel with this guy and a few others, where they are talking about a few things. And then this guy did have a few things to say about Steve the Dean. He had some criticism in his video. But at the same time, as it stands, I don't really see Steve the Dean and brothers like Roger Allen Curry going around trying to gaslight. They pretty much stay in their lane. Now, you'll have people that will try to jump on Roger Allen Curry on a live stream, on a panel. Somebody might have a difference about his mode 1, and or no, usually he doesn't like when people use his shit and don't give him credit. That's when he'll call you out. Other than that, he don't have a reputation going around messing with people. And I don't think Steve the Dean, I'm familiar with Steve the Dean. He knows me. I don't think Steve the Dean goes around doing that unless somebody's fucking with him. You know, and then that's how we operate as black people anyway. When somebody starts fucking with us, then we gonna clap back at you. But this is the thing though. this is the thing. When I came into the scene, I saw Donovan on O'Shea's program a whole lot, and he was talking with the brothers. And then at some point in time, something happened between him and O'Shea, and then he buses over to the white side. And I had a conversation with O'Shea, so I know I don't want to get into it here, but I know the reason. Yeah. I know what was going on. Let's just say this. He was trying to sell out the Black Manosphere. Let's just put it that way.
But you tell well, all right. I think O'Shea, right? O'Shea put something very convincing to support that notion that he was on some sellout shit, right?
Yeah, it was a sellout. That's what I can say without any contradiction.
But what I would differ is that about at the same time he was rocking with O'Shea, I think he was setting up
to leave
the platform with it. No, well, it could have been to leave, but at the same time it looked like he was dealing with them at the same time as I'm not sure.
It's almost like this. Sure. It's almost like this, sir. It's like you know, it's like let's say you with a woman and you know things ain't going well in that relationship, so then you have an exiting strategy, right? You say, okay, I'm going to prepare to get out of this shit. I'm gonna prepare my bags. I'm getting ready to, you know what I'm saying? So while at the same, it's like this. He had 1 foot in with the Black Manosphere, 1 foot out, right? So and it goes and it comes down to this, man. Donovan he's a great salesman, right? So he saw a bigger opportunity for himself personally to make money within that environment over there than maybe he felt he was going to make over here within the Black Manosphere side of things. I think it was an economic move, but at the same time, he made an economic move, and it looks like there's a pushback on him because within his move of trying to be popular over there, they're saying that his credibility is in question. I'm not saying it. These white boys said that his credibility was in question, and as a result, they wanted to expose that to the rest of their followers. That's the thing, his credibility, because of what he preaches versus what he's actually doing in his real life. And I got to be honest, if you're going to get on these platforms and preach certain things, then you got to be living up to what you're talking about.
Yes.
Because we've got hundreds. Some of us have hundreds of people watching us. Some of us have thousands. So therefore, people, they listen to you, they gain respect for you, and they respect what you have to say. And if your credibility is bad, I don't care what sector you are in YouTube. If you don't have credibility, then you don't have, that's your word. Your word is bond. Your name is, then you should not be listened to. You should be exposed if you don't live up to what you say you claim you are. So if I tell everybody on YouTube, I'm a family man, I'm married, I've got kids, I'm taking care of business, and you find out that I'm lying about being a family man, I don't have kids, I'm not taking care of business, I'm not doing A, B, and C, and I'm just some bum, and I'm doing A, B, and C, then guess what? Do you think anybody on YouTube should be following me or listening to what I got to say? What do you think, sir?
They call that grifting. They have a term, they call it grifting.
Right. I mean, it's nothing wrong with having fun on YouTube. I think that's another thing that's missing on YouTube right now, that, we do talk about a lot of serious issues. I get into a lot of serious issues on my show, but there's times when we can have fun, we can have good times, because this could be therapy for us on here. But at the same time, within having fun and talking about serious issues, we got to also have some credibility, right? Like me personally, I'm going to tell you, I've been married before. I have a kid. I have a problem with cats that talk about things like marriage and family, but yet they haven't created a family, never been married, don't have any experience in it, but they talk about it as if they're the biggest, the biggest counselor on it. But yet when you ask them, hey, what's your experience? Well, I've never been this, I've never been that. To me personally, then I shouldn't be listening to somebody who has no frame of reference to know what the hell they're talking about.
Information, man. Man.
Yes, sir.
You ever follow gangster rap? You ever follow rap in general?
Mm-hmm.
You ever follow rap? You ever notice? You ever noticed that when rappers beef, right?
Yes, sir.
Like rappers would be in the same group, they would be under the same label,
Yes.
and then as they beef, the one of the rappers always, they're always quick to say, "Yo, when I was with you, you wasn't in the streets. You were that image you're portraying is fake."
Right.
No, that is a
Right.
testament to what happened with Donovan, because what happened is probably they were waiting for him to mess up and jump off the porch. So
Right.
they kept certain files on him in their back pocket.
Right.
And,
Well,
and as you said, that went to his reputation.
yeah. Let me say this because I don't want to take up GMT's show. If he continues to delve into that video, I'm just keeping it 100% real. The white boy's got receipts. He's got text messages. He's got all sort of things that exposed Donovan. So that's why that video that he did is still standing, because of the way he filmed it and the way he documented it. YouTube couldn't knock it. And the white boy was very honest. He said, "Hey, I know you're gonna try to deny this. You're gonna try to knock my video down, but you ain't gonna be able to, because I can." He said, "I dare you to take me to court, because I can back everything up in court." So the white boy, that's what I'm saying, man. You want to go play in their sandbox, and you got to be prepared when they pull out their weapons on you, because like I said, when they do it in a swarm. So
But I say,
anyway,
yeah. But before you go, but I always say, as to what you say about reputation, I always say, right, it goes back to personality, because the personality that Alan Roger Curry and Steve the Dean, to maybe a little lesser extent, they show that they don't have the kind of personality that they would be tried like that now, because they're thorough to me.
Well, I've had a chance to be on panels, or I know I've talked to. Steve the Dean knows who I am. I've gone over to his channel to listen to what he has to say, and I just don't think that, and I could be wrong, right? I just don't think that him or Roger Curry necessarily go around trying to cause problems.
Yeah.
Me personally, I've been on panels with Brother Roger where he's had to go off on people when they've misquoted him or used his material without at least citing that they got it from him. That's what really pisses him off, that lack of respect. But do he go around doxing and I haven't seen it, and I think there's a certain level of respect. Now, Now I know one of the things that I notice about Donovan when I've seen him on O'Shea show is that he definitely has a disdain for black women. He really can get real greasy about his opinions about black women. And I know that brothers have their opinions about black women within the Manosphere, but when he talks about it, it's more almost like, to me, like a hate kind of thing. Now I don't know what that's what's that all about. Maybe the brother needs to go see a therapist. I mean, I'm a therapist myself. I can give him counseling, but that's what I've noticed in the past.
But I don't want to jump the gun. But I used to attribute it to him being kind of neutral. But if you there are times that I am wrong in trying to understand the mind state.
Right.
So you could be right that he has an extra disdain. I don't know.
The only reason why I say that, and I'm going to say it again, I preface it, is just my opinion based on what I've heard him say out of his mouth on panels. See, it's one thing to say, hey, I don't like that black women have an attitude, for example, or we don't like when black women do this. It's one thing to say what you don't like about some of the black women that you've encountered. I'm going to say it again. Some is the premium word. Some of the black women that you have encountered, because I don't like generalizing, right? But when it goes from being what you don't like about them to just appear almost like you hate them, that makes me think there's some psychological issues there that stem all the way back to even childhood with your own parents. Who knows? And when you are in this world where you feel like, okay, I'm a black guy that can cross over into this particular realm over here and I'll be accepted. I'm going to say it again. When you go into the white world, it's not that they're accepting you. They're just letting you be there as a guest until you no longer have value, right? So for example, let me say this. If I take out a quarter out of my pocket and I ask you, well, how much is this quarter worth? You're going to say, well, it's 25 cents, info. What are you talking about? If I take out a nickel or a dime, I say, how much is that dime worth? You're going to say, well, man, what are you talking about? It's a dime. Now, if I take out a token, like a bus token or a train token, and I say to you right now, how much is this train token worth? And you're going to say, well, what do you mean it's a token? No, the token is worth the value of the person that gave you that token, the value that they put on it. So a token is only worth what the person that gave it to you has placed on that token. So it goes the same when you have token black people. And when they get tired of you and you are no longer worth the value that they thought you were, they spit you out and kick you out, get rid of you until they find their next token. You can see that with Stacey Dash as another example. She got booted out. Now she wants to come back to black people and tell us that, oh, she didn't like who she had become. And the Foxes of the world and all these other groups, they booted her away as they've done other black people because you no longer have the value that you once had. As long as Donovan, in my opinion, played the game over there in that space and not tried to be his own man and try to think that he was better than everybody over there. As long as he just played the little small game, been the quiet black, the black man that complied to their system, then he was okay. The minute he started getting out of pocket with them and thinking that he was better than them, and I'm gonna dox their channels, knock them down, and show them that I'm better than them. And then another thing too, you can never underestimate in that kind of space when you are quote unquote a black man and they see that you're making a lot of money, you got a lot of following, your channel's growing. This nigga then came over here. This nigga then came over here, and now he's growing faster than us. Oh no. No. That's not how this system that we live in works. You can see it in corporate America. You can see it in all throughout the systems. When black people get think that we're spreading our wings in this system, if you're working within their system, they're going to try to put you in check if you think that when your britches are getting too big, right?
But a fella like Donovan, right? A fella like Donovan, he prided himself on what you said, until it kicked him in his ass, because what happened is, even though he was only as good as the value he could provide, he liked that, because he was always, one thing he always liked about himself was his work ethic. Right. And always content was produced and everything. So it maybe in the back of his mind, if that is all he was good for, he liked that because it shows him that was his version of manhood.
Right.
He liked that he was a producer.
But to his credit, let me be honest. To his credit, you can make an argument that in that space, that Donovan might have been one of the best content creators in that space. And you can't underestimate.
He was very prominent.
Right. And like I said earlier, his channel was growing. He was selling his products. So there could be another component to this too, which we didn't bring up, is that there could be a jealous componency to this component, meaning there could have been some jealousy. That this black man comes into their space and now he's maybe outdoing them.
Yeah, because look, Mr. Information. Look, not to only hop on rap, but look at this. This is what happened with 50. This is what happened with 50 and Game, because when they push back the massacre, right? When they push back the massacre, and the documentary went #1, right? 50 first. The first thing 50 started to do was to downplay Game's credibility as a blood and all this kind of thing. So Anthony probably telling himself that a fraud like Donovan, for want of a better expression, he don't deserve to have that light on him like that, no. Especially having guys like Kevin Samuels and as well on his podcast and whatnot.
Right. Like for example, I'm gonna give you an example here, because Jason Black said this on his channel, and I tend to believe it. That particular video over there with the brothers with the fitness show, on that show when Kevin Samuels was talking to those women, particularly the white woman, and you had their godfather from the white manosphere. I think what's that white boy's name? He was in that studio.
Rollo Tomasi.
Rollo Tomasi was
Yeah.
in the studio, and you had the black guys. I think Donovan was there that night too, and you had Kevin Samuels sort of putting that white woman in her place. Okay, and you notice something you got to notice, black people. You should notice the body language of Rosie or whatever the hell his name is. You could tell think about it like this. See, these white boys, they don't have this is the thing we got to understand. They don't have a problem with black men talking about black women any kind of way we want to talk about our own women.
Okay.
All right? But other groups, this is what Negroes need to understand. Other groups, other men, even if their women are ratchet, they ain't going to stand for you talking about their women. So in that show, if you go back and look at it, when Kevin Samuels was giving her the business, you could tell his body language said, I don't like this. I don't like this. You could tell that he actually left the show, man. He actually got up and left at some point in time, because even though they can say you can come to come on over to our side and be a part of us, they don't like when you as a black man are now talking to their women in a way that they don't like. Because why? This is one thing we got to understand. White men and white women are on complete code with each other. And when you're talking to their women like that, they're not going to accept that. And they don't care who you are, what your status is. They're not really going to accept that. They don't have no problem with us talking any kind of way about our women. Why would they give a damn? They don't care. But when you step into their arena and now you want to come up with philosophies about their female, you talking to their females, there's just so much that they're not gonna want to take and stand for. So that's something that we have to understand as brothers. When brothers get on these panels talking about black women in any kind of way that we talk about black women, other groups are not going to let you talk about their women. What does that tell you? That tells you that they have a code.
You see the phrase? You see the phrase I use, body language? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, body language.
That's a serious thing.
And I had a chance to watch that video, and you could tell through his body language that he didn't really like what was going on. And you never saw him get on his mic and agree with anything that Kevin Samuel said.
No,
he's talking to a white woman, and a Negro is not supposed to be giving a white woman instructions.
I would show you something. I would show you something. Now, if I was going off of the portrayal, right? The portrayal of how Rollo portrays himself. No, I might be inclined to disagree, but his fallout with Anthony Johnson, right?
Yes, sir.
It gave me a tell of his behavior, because what happened, right? Why he fell out with Anthony Johnson, right? It's because Anthony Johnson claimed that Rollo doxed the meeting, right? Because the 21 Studios meeting, the 21 convention meeting, what we talking about, that is a secretive meeting. It's almost like a Freemason meeting.
Yes, it's like their little meeting. Exactly.
Yeah,
it's like their little brotherhood.
It's a boys club. So he was doxing them by having a feminist reporter. Right.
In this video, excuse me, my brother, in the video that GMT has tonight, the dude that's in that video from 21, he brought it up that he even called out their top little guru. So what I'm saying is, it's obvious that they have some internal problems in their little space too, right? They have some problems right within their space. But guess what? Check this out. I'm gonna end with this. I'm gonna drop the mic with this one. But guess what? Has Mr. Tamazi, or whatever the hell his name is, did they knock his channel? Did they kick him out of the space? No, they knocked Donovan's channel, right? Yeah. Because you know why? Because I gotta keep it real. Because white white people are on a code with each other, and even when they get disagreeable with each other, they still remain on code. And even if they don't like that he might have done some things like that, they still respect him as the original man.
He said he actually said that to him. He said that to him.
What I'm saying is not the original man. What I'm saying is they see him as one of their original forefathers of their movement. So even though he might have done some doxing like what you just said, my point is that you haven't seen his channel get knocked. He's still in the space, and they still have a certain respect for him, and he still gets invited to the 21 studio convention or whatever they want to call it. Donovan, on the other hand, they pushed him out of the space, or at least they knocked him. Let me just say this: they knocked his channel. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? You have the white boy who's their godfather, who has done some things that they've even admitted to, but they still have enough respect for him not to take his channel from him by knocking it. And Donovan had his channel knocked. What does that tell you?
No. I'll have to correct you on one thing. Rollo not invited. He not invited to the convention. However, they still rerun his videos on from the archives, like his 2 years ago speech and stuff. They still re-upload his stuff.
Right. So
I see what you.
Thank you for correcting me. Thank you.
It's just a factual correction.
Thank you for correcting me too, brother. The fact that they still run his material and they didn't knock his channel. What does that tell you? And what does that tell you? That's my question to everybody. What does that tell you?
That tell me they still have respect, one. So, and number two, they're hiding. They're trying to hide. They're trying to say, well, okay, I could knock Donovan, but Rollo too powerful. But that's a lie. They're in bed with him still in a way.
Right. What that tells me is that they can respect one of their founders of their movement. So the question to black folks within our sector, whatever sector you are a part of, why can't we give the same respect to people who are the founders or whatever sector we may identify ourselves as a part of? Because I see within black YouTube where we'll tear each other down to the point that we're ready to knock you right off of the platform altogether, right? But although they have their differences with their founder or one of their founders, they still show enough respect to him to play his material at the convention, and they haven't knocked his channel. You know why? Because they still see him as a vital resource. So using someone like a Alan Roger Curry, he would be, in my opinion, like a resource, or an O'Shea Duke Jackson, right? You may disagree or agree with some things that he may say or do from time to time, but you still respect the fact that he's laid a foundation down and he's still a resource. So black people, we need to respect each other in a brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever you want to call it, but understand that we are all a resource that we can tap into. GMT knows something that I don't know. I may know something that he doesn't know, or have connections to something that he doesn't have. So we all have to be interconnected. I am because we are because I am, that type of thinking. And of course, don't get me wrong. Of course, there's going to be people that's going to get on your nerve, and you're going to have to call their asses out. I get that. Sometimes people, they go too goddamn far, and now you got to call them out and expose them for what they are. Hey, if that's what it is, it's what it is, especially if they've crossed the line. Like, for example, getting into people's life, kids and all. To me, kids should be off limits, but that's just the way that's just how I am.
I say
has to do with kids,
family members,
family, kids, whatever. I think that should be off limits, because why? Your child, your daughter, your son, whoever, they're not a goddamn YouTuber, so they didn't ask for the bullshit. Now, the person that's the YouTuber that's causing a problem, well, you give them the smoke, right? But the damn kid, what the hell the kid knows about YouTube? They're not on goddamn YouTube. What they got that's just my opinion. People gonna do whatever they want. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying that's the principle that I live by. I never want to get into like people's kids, but that's just me. That's just my business. But however, I'm gonna say it again before I get off here. Again, if you present yourself as something and you're making money off of it, and you're pushing a narrative to the public about how you feel about something that you're claiming that you live up to, and once it comes out that you're not living up to that, I believe you should be exposed if you are a fraud in those areas.
Definitely.
And that's how I have to, and that's got to be honest, because especially when you got thousands of people that are hanging on every word you say and are believing what you say, and they're taking their good hard money out of their pockets and they're paying for your product, whatever it is that you're selling. To me, that ain't right. Because if I was buying that product and I found that the person was faulty, then I would feel foolish and I would be like, man, I feel ripped off. But then again,
especially if it promises to be life changing.
Right. But this is the thing is we got to be more critical, analytical, and we got to use some common sense, even though common sense is not always common, to realize, is the person that we're dealing with or following, are what they say they are? Okay. Now this is
no. I have a question for you. I have a question for you. How?
Yes, sir.
How are we supposed to balance that critical thinking skills to the point that we're not overly cynical? How we go about that? Because it's a fine line. Because do we not believe everything, or do we keep an open mind for some things? What to do?
I think that you go by what a person does, not what they say. You look at a person's consistency. Is the person consistent in how they move and operate? Okay. How they move and operate. And once you find out that they're not who they say they are, then you need to rethink whether you want to follow them, support them, and what have you. Right. So I go by a person's behavior and how they move and operate. Are they consistent? Do they treat everybody the same? Now, sometimes you're not going to treat everybody the same because not everybody deserves to be treated the same based on how they treat you. I just think it's about how the person carries themselves, how honest they are about what they are about. And then I think anytime you're dealing with someone who is giving you advice and they're also asking for your money, you might want to do a little bit of research behind the scenes if you can, to say, okay, I've been giving this person money for a product that they're selling me, but let me do some research about this person and find out if they are who they really say they are. And in this case, Donovan got exposed, and according to these white boys in that sphere over there, they're saying that he's not the man that he's been promoting. And that's where the jealousy comes in my opinion, and why I think they did what they did to him, because they saw that his channel was growing. They saw that his popularity was growing, and they're like, man, we gotta compete with this black guy. Let's double check and see if he's real. And then the minute he started throwing little shots at them, that's when they rose up and said, we gotta stop this guy. That's where he went wrong, is throwing the shots. And I think the white boys couldn't take it, and they said, we're gonna team up and get rid of Donovan Sharpe. That's my opinion. I'm gonna stand on that based on what I've seen in that video, and the evidence that the white boy brought out was pretty compelling, I gotta say. It gets a little boring, but when you take the time to listen to the details, it is what it is, gentlemen. So GMT, thank you for letting me come on board. Being a part of your
information,
your grandmaster, your grand trolling experience tonight. I guess I joined in on the bullshit tonight.
It's true, it's fair.
All right,
so information man. So
yes, sir.
Man. So you recommend that one limb we could use, right? Is the testimony of third parties, outside third parties, as towards credibility when making decisions coming out of our pockets.
Yeah, I'll just say, when a person is selling you something, when it comes to money coming out of your pocket, and the person is selling you on an idea, on an ideology, and in some hardcore, in some products, now you got to do your investigation if you're going to continue giving him your money, giving he or she your money. That's just my opinion. And then once you do your research, then you find out, okay, this person isn't what they is. I mean, I think it's I think it's tough, because at the end of the day, we want to believe what people are saying. We want to give people the benefit of the doubt. We want to believe what people are saying, because let's be honest, whether it's being on YouTube or anything, we're all looking for answers, and we're all growing together. We're all learning together. I'm learning from you. You're learning from me. And we're hoping that the information that the person has given us. Okay, let's just say this. Let's say that Donovan's advice that he gives to the guys that follow him is correct advice. So let's say the advice is so can we separate the advice that he gives as possibly being credible, but the man himself doesn't mirror the advice that might be good advice for the guys that follow him because he's got a big ass channel. So somebody believes in what he's saying. So maybe the message might be right, but he's not following his own message. And that becomes the con game, only to do what? To sell whatever he's selling. Do whatever you got to do. What's the old saying? You fake it till you make it. So that's the problem. So that is the problem. Okay. Can you separate the man from the message being real, but the man not living up to the message? Can you actually separate the man from that? Personally,
No.
I can't do that with a person.
Exactly. Watch that information. One more thing. Because look, Jim Jones, right? Jim Jones, the CUD leader.
Yes.
His message was feeding needy, right? And it was a communist message. It was a communist message where everybody on an equal plane economically and whatnot, right? But
yes, sir.
When the whole massacre occurred, he had $2 million he was about to hide. So that is how you can't separate the person from the message. That goes to what you were saying.
Right.
Because he had $2 million.
All right,
while everybody was starving, trying to feed the people and whatever.
All right, let me read.
Well, let me I don't want to derail his show tonight.
Oh, it's no problem. I'm about to read these super chats, and I guess I get you guys final words. The Black Citadel coming through with a $5 super sticker. Big J Triple X says work together on what information, man? When a black man lie on Big J Triple X. Dark Sarko Zero says odd he won't say a name. YouTube tells you who's flagged you. Azerio the Daywalker says Donovan acts like the Obama of the Manosphere. Shows his rare two brothers only to get his Negro wake-up call by the white guys. Big J Triple X says, please give Jersey Hammer a mod. And Rollo says, my bad, GMT. Going to stick to the topic. Looks like Rollo and Big J Triple X were arguing about something. I don't know what, but give us your final thoughts.
Well, let me say to Big J, if anybody is talking to you about you in a negative way and you don't respect that, then you have a right to feel how you feel about people that are giving you disrespect. So I'm not going to try to tell you how to feel. Let me just say this once again, GMT, and respect to the brother here. You got to keep in mind, when you feel that the white man's ice is colder, you must be prepared to realize that when you are of no use to them anymore, because you start to feel yourself in that space and feel that you can start firing at their brotherhood. Because remember, that was their brotherhood before your Negro ass stepped over there. Mm-hmm. They're going to come together in unison and get rid of their, I hate to say this, their black problem. That's just the bottom line. And with that said, GMT, I'm out, brother. I'm out. Peace to the chat room.
Hey, peace of information, man. But thanks. I saw to you already, so you know what I mean.
All right, man. Peace.
Up when they upload and stuff.
I thank you, brother. Take care. Everybody have a good rest of your night. Man. I'm gonna watch in the back. I'm watching the clouds now. GMT. Take care, brother.
Okay. Any final words for us, Dwayne?
Alright, GMT. You don't know. Thanks for having me. Thanks for jumping out a second time. Hold your head by Donovan Sharpe, but you know what I mean. It gets better though. It gets better, right? You know what I mean. Dream Johnson, niggas, they alright. You know what I mean. They alright. They want reality in anything. You know. They want reality in the game. But as my dogs say, culturally, stick to. Keep it on a kind of need to know basis with the white boys, and as my boys say, right? So respect GMT out, right?
All right.
Bless up.
Peace.
Yeah.
So before I end this one, I'm gonna drop the link for two people because I saw two people arguing. I saw Rollo and Big J Triple X arguing in the chat room. I have no idea what they're arguing about, but I guess I got a couple more extra minutes. If any of those two individuals want to come up, I'm only allowing those two individuals to come up. So Big J Triple X, my man Rollo. What's going on? What is the beef about? What's the problem about? UC says play the rest of the vid. GMT, that video is 2 hours long. That video is 2 hours long. We got my man Rollo in the building. What's up, Rollo? How you doing? How you doing?
Listen. Here's the thing, man. He been going on me 2 weeks ago for a month over a situation of a super chat. He took it out of consideration that is, got in his emotions, of course, and I call him out on it, Mr. Bossman. I call him out on it. Now, the only reason why I'm going in on him because he allowed that chump Big Game to come on his thing. Now, when I came over there to say what's up, what's going on, let's have this conversation. He didn't want to have this conversation, so that's why I'm going in on him. And I only super chat you out of respect because you're supposed to stick to the subject. You know, that's how I am when I be on my chat. You know how I do.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just gonna leave that dude alone, man. That's it, man.
Okay.
That's it, man. I'm just tired of that Negro, man.
Okay.
I know he got a disdain for Reg. He has his fight, but at the end of the day, now he say he hates me. Thanks for the evidence, Big J. Prove my point. Him and his cronies over there. But he ain't got no smoke for the white manosphere.
Okay.
Ain't that something? I call out everybody, Big J. Grandmaster Troll.
All right.
You know that. That's about it, man. Get your rest, man. You've been up all day, man. Get to that real money tomorrow, man. For real.
Yeah.
Oh, I got news for you.
What's that?
I got something about alpha male strategists. So stay tuned. The Negro say he don't deal with other culture women, but you gonna find out.
Okay.
Tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
It's about to be lit.
Okay.
I'm out. Peace.
So Big J Triple X said he wouldn't come up with Rollo. Maybe he'll come up that Rollo has left now. So I'll go ahead and drop the link, and I'll wait a couple more seconds to see if Big J wants to come up and speak his piece. The link is only for Big J because it's getting late tonight. I'll give it a couple of seconds. Somebody said this YouTube stuff is funny. Yes, it's pretty funny. Rollo says he's scared. So it looks like Big J Triple X. Hold on. Looks like Big J Triple X isn't going to come up, so I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. Hold on, what happened? I'm frozen? Okay, I'm unfrozen. I'm going to go ahead and end this stream right now. Looks like Big J's not going to come up. He'll probably start a live stream later on tonight, so I might check him out. But y'all know who it is. It's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll. Tell Donovan. We tried to tell him. O'Shea tried to tell him what was going to happen when he went over to the other sphere, and he didn't listen, and he got burnt. I wanted to do the Donovan stream earlier, but Derek Jackson set the YouTube streets on fire 2 weeks ago, and people had to collect and eat off that Derek Jackson money. Even the Information Man did a Derek Jackson video. Go over and subscribe to the Information Channel show. But y'all know who it is. It's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll, the most dangerous troll on YouTube. Peace. Oh, and before I end this stream, if you want to catch the stream on the replay, or if you're watching it on the replay, they're gonna cut the stream. They possibly might cut the stream because I played a Drake song, and whenever you play Drake, they block the video, so I'm gonna have to re-edit it and do all that extra stuff. Thanks to all the people who supported via PayPal or Cash App or Super Chat or came up onto the panel or liked the video. I thank you all for the support.